Good morning, guys. It is week 6, day 4. Yesterday was a very eventful day, especially for Alyssa. Um, for myself, it was so in the morning I talked to this guy, and then he was like, yeah, I'm a Christian. He was 87 years old. And he was still fixing his car, like getting under the truck and fixing his car. And he had a classic truck. I think it was a 1971 pickup. I don't remember what kind of pickup it was, but it was like manual. And so he needed a specific mechanic for that truck because his regular mechanic doesn't fix that kind of trucks. And then anyway, so we were talking, and he told me how he was a Christian. He was like studying his Bible and stuff. Long story short, he was looking at the GC, and I was like, oh yeah, this is great for also those who are studying their Bible. Showed him the answer book. He ends up getting GC answers. And then later that day, um, I was in Spanish, English, and Filipino territory. It was a mix of territories. I canvassed Goldilocks, Manila's Lechon, like a whole bunch of Filipino places. I did get 3 GCs. Well, it was interesting. One business, I thought it was an empty business, and then I went inside, and then it was funny because all the windows were covered with like this white. It wasn't paper, but it was covered, and so I thought it was an abandoned building. Like I didn't think anyone was in there. But when I walked past the door, it was an automatic door, and it's a good thing it was because I wouldn't have checked the door. Because 2 doors down, it looked like the same office, but that one was locked. And then so I was just walking along, and then the door opened, and apparently it was a small office. I went inside, canvassed a lady. She's like, yeah, I'm a like heavy reader, and then so she ended up getting a GC. Um, and then later that day, I also got a lot of slush yesterday. It's the first time for me getting a lot of slush. And so like I got a whole jar of slush, and then like half of my boba container that I bring with me. Um, it's not like those like regular boba. It's like a reusable thingamabob. And then there was another story I wanted to tell you, but I'm like, towards the end of the night, like last 20 minutes of the night, I came to this house, and they were having a Bible study. And then so I was like, oh, that's so cool. I started talking to them, and then the guy got lessons of love. So that was really nice. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was the day for me. And for you, Alyssa?
Yesterday, I went out, and I went up to a door, and I shut the gate, and there was a beware of dog sign, but a chihuahua came out, so I was like, okay, whatever, it's just a chihuahua, I can handle a chihuahua. So I go walking out, and then I close the gate, and I'm halfway through the yard when their German Shepherd came out and started running at me, like growling, snarling, and just running at me. And then it stops halfway through. It stops snarling. It puts its ears up, and it puts its tail behind its back, and it's looking behind me. And it's like it starts slowly like walking away, but it's like looking back at me while walking away, and then it just goes all the way into the back of the yard. And when I looked around after that, there was nobody there. No one was home, and
there weren't like any neighbors.
There wasn't any neighbors outside. Nobody. Like there was no car or anything. It was just a calm neighborhood.
So you think it may have been? I'm pretty sure this is like an angel experience, because I mean, like, what kind of dog like runs out at you, snarling and barking, and then just stops, turns around with its tail in between its legs? Like, yeah, like that just doesn't happen.
It wasn't fearing me. I didn't do anything. Like I froze when it happened, and I was like, and then it was like, oh, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And then right across the street from that dog was another German Shepherd. I wasn't paying attention to it much. I wasn't gonna go into the gate because it was already there. It was very calm, so that's why I wasn't paying attention to it. And when I stuck my hand over to put the glow track on the gate, it reached through the gate and bit me on my hand. I can't really see very well, but it's all on my front and then a little bit on the back. But so yeah, that was my day, and then I had to go to the
urgent care to get a tetanus shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and antibiotics. And so I'm good.
But yeah, so she had 2 dog experiences. And yeah, so it was a pretty eventful day. That's all for now. I'll update you later. I feel like I'm forgetting so many stories right now, but I'm gonna try to take a nap before worship. Okay, bye.
Bye.